Welcome, guys, to Double KO Radio. This is Poe, and I'm here with David.
Yo, yo.
And we're gonna have a quick conversation about what really stood out to us during the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Nintendo Direct stream. It was not too long a stream, right? Like probably like 25 minutes, 27 minutes, something like that. But there was a
Sure.
lot of stuff they showed in that time for one game. So, David, take it away. Just pick anything. Let's talk about something.
I was drinking water.
Um, so you want to
What?
start out with the characters?
Yeah, absolutely. So first I think the good thing about it is they started right away with a trailer, like immediately a trailer, and that was really cool. Like they were not playing games. Very cool trailer, like the graphics CG, really nice graphics, very high end. I was expecting them to use in-game graphics, but no, man, they really made a good trailer, like the other ones they have made in the previous times. I knew immediately that it was going to be Simon Belmont. Immediately. It's impossible to not
Well,
know it's him
well,
if you're a
you're
Castlevania
yeah,
fanboy.
you're. I was about to say you're technically a Castlevania fanboy, so
Yeah. So the boots, the cloak, you can see the castle, you can tell, right? And then you see Luigi Mansion, running around being terrified by monsters, like real monster, not ghost. And there were some funny moments in there and here. And then they kill Luigi, dude.
that's actually probably the most impactful part
Dude,
of the entire stream.
not
That
like, oh, he fell. He
no,
died.
his soul was ripped from his
Body.
material world body. Like it was.
And the thing is, he faints, and then they fly, and they take it out, dude. That's how terrified he was.
Yeah, it's basically death. Death came, scythed his ass. He dies, and that's the end of Luigi for a while.
That's it. And then you see the chain web hitting at the end of the face of that Grim Reaper or Death-like monster, and there's no doubt that you can tell, okay, it is a Belmont. It's impossible to not know it's a Belmont. And really cool. He takes the cloak on, and he looks like He-Man,
Yeah,
right?
he
he,
does.
look, he looks like He-Man or Tusk from Killer Instinct. But a really nice hair, like very flowy hair. He's really buff, and he says Samuel Bellman. I don't know whatever the title they put, and it's really cool. I think the review was cool for that.
Uh,
Um,
I think it's Simon lashes out.
there you go.
Yeah.
Which he was cool, and you see
Um,
him fighting, and then the stuff is pretty cool. Then it goes to gameplay.
but you can like even if you're not familiar with how he looks like in like in those kind of graphics, with how much better he looked like since his original like NES version of himself. You can tell
Yes,
by the stance. His stance is classic. Like that's him standing. That
absolutely.
is the side guy you were side scrolling with like 20 years
Yeah,
ago or even more.
especially the legs, man. The legs position is very, very, especially with the hand. Um, yeah, I like that it still looks like how he would look in those pixels because you wouldn't tell close. You wouldn't tell close from pixels, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks cool, man. I think he looked really cool. His moves are very simple, and then you start going around his moves and what he does. He has the cross, very iconic move that represents the game, of course, very true to the series. But the best part about this is the music that is pumping in the background is getting me so hyped. The very Super Castlevania music, well, not Super Castlevania because that's actually a game. Very Castlevania music. Um, and the most impressive thing, other than his moves, was how interactive the stage was. They start showing the stage, which is Dracula's castle, and you see multiple monsters popping out that you normally see in the game. Not just regular monsters, right? Some of the mid bosses like the werewolf and shit like that. And they look nice. They look cool. It looks very awesome. Um, what do you think about that when you start seeing the stage and shit like
Well, I immediately I'm thinking, okay, how do I shut all this off so I could play somebody
that?
1v1? But yeah, it looks
But
really
maybe
cool. And Dracula's over here. I'm like, wait, isn't this guy supposed to be like a human that's like a demon now? But he's like 15 feet tall. But all that stuff is that's me just being cynical about all that stuff. But yeah, it looks really awesome. It
it
looks really
does. But then again, in the game, he's like the boss were like 20 feet tall.
yeah.
So Dracula is like the Slender Man Dracula.
One thing I would
Um,
say, like playstyle wise, for how the game is, he looks like he'll at least be okay. He looks
yeah,
like he has really long reach for keep away. He has like not just his whips are like what has long range. He has projectiles and stuff like that, which is still cool.
yeah. Hey,
His recovery probably won't be that great because it's like a whip. It'll probably be like
unless he can hook,
Samus's whip.
unless he can hook.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the whip. Like
But he has a kick. He has a kick that dives forward,
yeah, hopefully you
like
can
an
use
angular.
that kick like
Yeah,
off screen and not just like when you're grounded.
but you can do it in the air in the game. So I don't know.
Okay,
I hope you can. Yeah.
hopefully. I just don't remember, like I saw a couple of days ago. I don't remember like if I saw it being used in the air.
um. So I also like. So they say that he's not very flashy, but his wrenches will compensate and stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
I think that's what they were trying to
compensates
say, right?
his range
That
compensates
he hits hard and range. That's what it said, right?
it compensates his slow startup. They pretty much said.
Gotcha. I love they kept that twiggling, wiggling chain thing he does in the game because that shit's so stupid, but it's so fun.
Oh yeah, and it
Like you hold the
reflects.
chain, yeah, and you move. Yeah, he does like in the game. It's so silly. Like you just move it there like a flappy thing, just going.
So I wonder how good his up close stuff is, because the way this character is, it just feels like he's gonna want you to come up close to him, right? Because let's say you're zoning somebody with like tipping them and shit like that with your whip and using your projectiles, and they're like, well, fuck it, I'm a character that has projectiles too. You want some of this, Simon? But then you reflect all their shit, so then you're like, all right, fuck that, let me go close to you.
Up close. And he
You,
has an upper.
yeah, that shit looks cool.
hmm it would be cool if he has a multi hit too. But then again, his only multi hit that he ever had in the game was holding the button like that. Maybe that shit hits you too.
I think it does. I think it does hit you. The whip that reflects you. I think it does.
It's kind of weird because in the trailer he's doing that, and that shit, the tip is like touching Pichu's nose or whatever. It's like it's there.
Well, if his Echo Fighter that they also showed, Richter Belmont.
Yeah, I was gonna get into there.
Yeah, but like since you're talking about it, like if
Okay.
since you talked about the whip, like he did like a dash while he's like twirling his whip around and it was
Yeah.
hitting people. So
In the
maybe
game, you have to go forward to do
wow, I don't know if you'll have to do that in this.
that. uh, yeah, maybe that's his dash attack, which will be cool because a multi hit just in case, you know.
Yeah.
But then again, so after they showing some of his move, they cut back to the CG trailer of Dracula throwing his famous fireball, giant fireball. Um, and then Simon is like in trouble on a pinch, and then you see someone like a whip reflects it, and then it says, "Die, monster! You don't belong in this world." And then I came. Literally, that was so cool for me because he's my favorite character. I know you give me shit on how I say his name because I don't know how to pronounce his
So
name very well.
so wait,
Richter,
Just Rick, like
Rick,
Rick and Morty.
Richter,
Richter.
Richter Vermer.
Yeah, don't look at the
Belmont.
H. Don't look at the H.
Yeah.
So this guy, I when he came out, I'm like, all right, he's from a game. I don't know who the fuck game because I stopped playing them a long time ago, all the Castlevanias. So like, yeah, I don't know what that is. Explain it to me, please.
So he was from not Super Castlevania, but the one that came afterwards, right? And then he became the post boy in Symphony of the Night, right? The Castlevania that became the Metrovania, you know, the one that revolutionized everything. In
Oh
that game, you start.
right, that
And the
makes
thing is,
sense.
in that, yeah, that's right. In that game, you technically the main player is Alucard, which you see in the trailer too. But you start the game as Richter, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Richter.
You start as him in the last battle right there versus Dracula. Literally the same stage you're fighting in the Smash Brother right there. He goes up the steps, the same steps you go. That's how the game starts, right? And then you got to fight, and they have a great monologue between them, which is very iconic. And but then that's the first thing he says: "Die, monster! You don't belong in this world." And that's so cool, bro. It's so cool. You don't understand how cool that is. Can I tell you how cool that is?
You could try, but I don't think I'll understand, like you said. No, but I get it.
But anyway,
Me watching it from a perspective that I've never played the game, I was just like, okay, cool stuff's happening, but they definitely, like, from what you're pointing out, they really piece that together in a way that will melt fans' hearts of the
Yeah,
series.
absolutely. And they kept him my Echo Fighter, right? Which you are like, okay, it's an Echo Fighter, but that's cool because I'd be 100% sure if Simon would be only in the game, be like, but what about Trevor? But what
Oh
about
yeah,
Simon? I mean,
yeah,
what about Richter? What about But at least they have another one, which is the most modernized and the first one, right? They have
yeah.
both of them there. He's pretty cool. He looks like a real Ike too, so he's pretty dope.
And they mentioned that even though Simon's supposed to be the main Belmont and
Yeah,
Richter's the Echo, like they took a lot of moves from Richter or something like that.
because he
And
fights like Richter, that's why.
yeah,
So then they throw like, we don't know who's the Echo Fighter is.
yeah, basically. You
But that
know,
was really cool.
um, they also, like, during the whole Castlevania part of the direct, I was really impressed. Like, this has to be a world record, right? That fucking the Dracula stage, like the Dracula's castle stage, is attached to 34 tracks.
Yeah, but that's so
Like a
good.
whole CD is like you could play that game 34 times and possibly not hear every song, you know?
Or Smashville sound. Dun, dun, dun,
Oh
dun,
no,
dun,
nobody
dun,
wants
dun,
that.
dun.
It used to be though. I hated watching that
Yeah, me too.
that
Sleep
stage.
inducing.
Yeah.
Another thing they mentioned, which is really cool, unique to that stage, they mentioned, hey, um, Dracula might come up as a boss, but we don't know what the requirements are. So, something you might have to do that then he comes up and then you got to fight him, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
And then
And they
they
also mentioned,
no, go ahead, because I think you're
and then
gonna say what I'm gonna say.
they show a couple of characters coming out of the werewolf, whatever, and they show silhouettes, and then they show a question mark or something. Something that look like Oddish, like the Pokemon Oddish. If you can look it up, the
I
silhouette just look
I
like a Pokemon. It's like, it can't be a Pokemon. Like, what?
I know what Oddish is.
Correct. So I'm like, why you, what? For me, it looked like that. Obviously, it can't be that, but it
Um,
looked just like that.
I could tell you what it is.
Oh, you know?
'Cause no, well, I don't know. People are
Oh,
speculating because they sell the exact same silhouette is what the hell is this thing's name? Kid Dracula.
Kid Dracula.
Yeah, somebody named Kid Dracula.
Was it in Castlevania 3? His icon, his little chibi pixel thing?
Um,
So
no, you
weird.
don't have your phone, so I can't show you.
Oh, you can show me if you send it.
Okay, I'll send it to you.
But yeah, so I thought it was Oddish, the Pokemon, bro. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, it was just like a big old, like, weird. It could have been Goku, right? Vampire Goku, with how the hair looked in the
No,
silhouette.
no, stop. They also mentioned that Simon and Richter, even though they fight together, they also have different voices, completely different voices,
Mm-hmm.
so different quotes and stuff like that. So that's cool. I think that's the best way to go about it, in my opinion. All right, I'm looking at the thing you sent me. Oh, really? Oh, wow, dude, that is perfectly just like that.
It's called Akuma
Wow.
Joe Special Boku Dracula Kun. Oh my god, Dracula Kun!
Dude, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'll send you, I guess,
That's
the
cool.
the
Thank you for
game,
showing me.
the game, I guess, where he's
He
from.
looks like an anime character.
Yeah, he definitely does.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
so that
so
was a cool. The
happy.
first review, and then it goes to Sakurai, saying all this stuff about the game and just showing how great his game is. And
He goes,
take it
"Hello,
away.
hello, nerds.
Uh-huh.
It's me, God."
Yep. Yep.
The Alucard coming out as an assist is cool.
Oh yes, I forgot about that. So which is really cool, right? People would love to have him, but then again, I don't see him fighting any different than any of the Fire Emblem characters. So let's just leave him
And
like that.
in the story, is there something wrong with his arm? Did Richter break his arm? The one that he has all bent and stiff on the side?
No, he's probably trying to be vampire.
That's just his Dracula arm. That arm is very
Yeah,
extra Dracula.
that arm goes after his father.
All right, so they also announced two more Echo Fighters. So far, it's like these two are like people that they highly requested these characters. Like they know who people want and they're listening, right? Nintendo.
Yes.
So
Well,
it's Crumb from some garbage series.
you are crazy. You need to stop that. Fire
from
Emblem
from
Chrome
Fire Emblem and Dark
Awakening.
Samus from I don't know what game she originated from, honestly.
Wasn't she a trophy?
No, 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 like her actual whatever game she was in. Wasn't
I
she
know, but
like
did she came as a trophy too?
before most likely? Dude, there's like a
Gotcha.
billion trophies. I don't remember. That was years ago. But yeah, I'm
um,
sure people are really happy about that. Crumb seems to be more leaning towards being Ike's Echo Fighter with like some Roy mixed in, like some Roy
which is
sprinkled in.
new, which
Yeah.
is new, right? Because that's the whole point about them. It's either you're like this or like Ike, right?
Mhm.
um, and I think that's pretty good. And I think everyone had the same reaction. Oh, it's an Ike Echo. But they're like, wait a second, it's a morph.
Yeah,
So
like
that's pretty dope.
he's kind of like the other guys though, because he doesn't have the big sword.
That's
What's
right.
going on? Dark
Uh huh.
Samus, I mean, Dark Samus looked pretty similar, except like
Way too similar.
her animations and her effects of like her projectile and stuff were just like evil, like so, they were a
That's
little bit
it.
more evil.
No, they were dark.
Yeah, they were dark and
So I
broody.
think he was trolling. I'm gonna be honest with you because you remember how he mentioned in previous moves before when they mentioned Smash Bros. Ultimate trailer that they show. Oh, there's certain. We make sure that there's certain things that you guys wanted, like the voice of X person from X game, GameCube. Remember, like the Ike voice, and it's literally the same. Like it's literally the same voice, but he's like, you guys can tell the difference, right? Like when he was trolling with that. So when they showed Dark Samus, her move, they were like, oh, she has some moves that are unique to her special effects, and it's just the same missile, same everything,
Nah,
dude.
it's a little. It looks to be a little bit different in maybe like startup and recovery and angles, like slight angles,
I saw it.
but
I saw
but it, but
exactly
honestly,
the
as I was watching, I was like, okay, this is like
Samus
this,
on her emo stage.
yeah,
I like her pose. They're very Mewtwo, very like holding an iPad type of thing.
evil.
Like it's really cool. And I like the texture on their outfit, even though you might not be able to see it on the game. Like fighting, it looks cool. The model looks cool. I think it
Something's
could be a color.
something's being all choppy on your mic.
Oh, okay. Give me a second. But yeah, I think she was is it still doing it?
Oh, it's fine. It's fine now. It was
Okay.
just like as you were talking, it was going clock 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 clock.
It's Dark Samus. I just think that it looked. That's definitely an Echo fighter. That is a Siamese baby fighter, bro.
Yeah.
It looks just the same. But then again, doesn't she have the same ultimate too? Like, is the special beam?
I
It looks
guess. I
cool.
guess
Hold on, canon.
she's fine,
I
but
don't know.
like she's literally what people should be the bare bones to expect on what an Echo Fighter is. Like, oh,
No, but
cool,
I like.
a
That's what
cool
you get.
skin.
Yeah, but that's what people wanted, right? So I'm
Yeah.
glad that he gave him that, because so people can be how shitty that shit is, right? Oh yeah, but what about this character? Well, here you go. He took a slot now. There could have been many others,
Yeah.
and he's a piece of shit of just a clone of someone else.
But it's funny too, like even on the character select screen they showed it. You could be like, you could leave it as two separate
I love
characters, or you
that. I
just,
love
put them in the little corner there as one character because they're technically the same but slightly
that.
different.
I love that. I love that because technically it doesn't have to take a space.
Mm-hmm.
I really, really, really like that. But it's cool though. If you want to see them, then you can just see them there with their own sprites and everything. But I really like that idea because I mentioned that many times before. Yo, why these characters are not in the same thing and just a color? And when you choose that color, it is that different character. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they could have definitely do that. So, but anyway, but I like at least they met me halfway, and they did that
Yeah.
when they mentioned that. So that's the two Echo Fighters, right? They
Yeah.
mentioned Samus and Crumb.
And Richter. Yeah.
So that's four characters. So technically, they only show one character new, three echoes.
Well, at the end, they showed
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Are we skipping to that? I mean, we're doing
No,
the
no.
characters.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so
So
then they.
at the end,
Mhm.
like after Sakurai says bye to everybody, and you see like the screen shaking as he's fading out. People, of course, are gonna be like, "Hey, wait, what's going on? Why is the screen shaking?" And then they
Yes.
show a cinematic with Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong being degenerates, just laying about. And then, somebody big is outside, you know,
Yes.
being loud and big.
So, but by this point, everyone is King K. King K. is here. There's no way. There's no doubt in no one's mind. It's in Donkey Kong stage, for God's sake. It has to be him. Go ahead.
And then it's DDD. King
Yes, so
King
good.
King DDD like comes out with like a cloak on top of him that's kind of shaped like King K. Rool. Because it's all in the shadows at first, and then he takes it off and he starts dying, like just to troll like the two monkeys. And then after he starts laughing, King K. Rool comes from behind him and pimp slaps him.
Smack kills him. I think kills him too.
Yeah, he ripped his soul out, and now Luigi and King Dedede can hang out together. But yeah, I mean,
Absolutely.
the thing that I'm having a conflict over is, this was a really, really highly requested character. So he's really popular.
Extreme.
People all love him. But in terms of like the people that play Smash, why would they want another big character when no big characters have been really legitimate and viable in tournaments? Like anytime somebody got close, which was Bowser twice, like once in the beginning and once when they buffed him like 6 months later and then they took it away.
Or did Donkey Kong.
Yeah, it was DK too. DK had to get buffed.
And
Uh,
still did.
and still like they just were like they were kind of strong at first, then they just kind of fizzled out. They make to me it's cool, the hype is there that he's there, but like I think they should like the Smash like pros or whatever should realistically, like I don't know, it's just like it doesn't make sense. It's like having
So,
something that's really bad. It's like pretty much requesting a Dan, like a Dan kind of
yeah.
character.
Yeah.
In a way when
Well,
it's like it's not going to be super strong, so why want it? You're not going to play it
yeah.
in tournaments, so why want it if that's what you want to play it?
Especially when there's other, Nintendo franchise is still so big, right? Even with all these many characters. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Like if they would have like a Golden Sun character, something have more utilities or whatever the case may be. But it's not a giant character that has more hurt box and all that stuff. But that maybe shows that maybe the fan base of Smash is bigger than the community itself.
Yeah.
And by community, I mean the FGC, the fighting game
Yeah.
community.
Well, they technically don't consider themselves FGC, but the Smash
Yeah,
community, I guess.
community.
Yeah.
So I think
But
that's bigger than the fighting game
but
community of it.
from what I saw, they at least give him like pretty smart tools for being a big
Counters.
guy. Yeah, he's got armor on his belly.
Yeah, counter.
Uh, yeah, he's got a counter on his belly
Yeah.
too, and his
Hmm.
recovery has a helicopter kind of thing, like propellers
Which is
coming out,
good,
which
right? Which
almost
is
looks
good.
like it could work if it works like the villager's recovery. That's sick.
Yeah. Or if you could cancel in between and
They
shit like that.
showed
Yeah.
they showed a ground stomp, like so he has like at least like
Tools.
defensive
That's a projectile.
tools.
He has projectiles. Like he
Yeah.
has the bomb and
Oh
the
yeah. Well, he
crown.
has a gun that can suck up projectiles and then throw
Yeah.
them back.
Shoot 'em,
So that's also
which is
like
good.
like the way he can get zoned out is they give him at least the tool to do that. Hopefully, it's just not a laggy thing where it's just like has super high startup and recovery. Like that would be annoying.
Yep. But yeah, so everybody, well, I was gonna say everyone, but I guess people were pleased, right, that he was there, and it's fantastic. For me, I think that the CG, that the music, once again, Donkey Kong has amazing music, dude. Part one and part two for me has the best music in all the Donkey Kong games, um, and in most games ever, to be honest. The music in Donkey Kong is incredible, and the music that was playing in the background while the trailer was playing, man, was so good, dude. Especially when it goes back to the CG of them fighting together, Diddy and Donkey Kong versus him running through the thing. It's so good, man. It looks so hype, like right, and then they punch each other and they clash. And then the shockwave appears. I think that builds up good.
You know what I'm
That was
worried
quite the build
about?
up.
You bring up this music thing. Am I gonna need like a SD card just for how many tracks this game has? 8 to 900 tracks, 28 hours worth of music. How's that all gonna fit in that little ass cartridge?
Oh my god, welcome to the future.
Did you notice that in the when they were showing a list of tracks, they had a Vega's stage track from Street Fighter? I
No,
don't
no
remember that
way.
being in the other game, but yeah, they like if you look at the list, it has some kind of uh spoilers,
Well,
I guess.
maybe falls on the Street Fighter tracks. That's pretty cool,
Yeah, like they added more Street Fighter tracks most likely.
which is cool. I think so. Going back, right? So we go with the character, right?
Yeah, we're good. Unless you want
Yeah.
to talk a
So
little bit
going,
more about them.
no, no, I think I'm good with him. I think going back into that, they've really showing you. Look, you guys are love all these franchises and everything, and we're gonna put everything you want in here, right? And I remember when they start going with numbers, and those numbers are incredible. They're like 800, 1,000 stuff of here, 1,000 tracks. Stages are like 100 and something, 103 or something like that. But it just shows, man. It shows a lot. So I was reading some of the forums, right, and they were saying this is either the last Smash Brothers ever, or this is Sakurai's last Smash Brothers.
It's most likely his last that he touches this much, from what it sounded like. Like he could be like an advisor or something like that, like in the future for another Smash title. But I think after this one, he's kind of done with like being
Like
from
this
it
is his
being his been.
legacy.
Yeah,
This feels like a collector edition Street Fighter or something, and every has all the Street Fighters with all the musics and all the endings and blah blah blah. That's what it feels. That's what I can resonate with this. um, and but it's fine. I'm happy about it, right? And I hope that maybe this pushes away, and even pushes away, not in a bad way, but just to move forward with the older games, and maybe this is the game to play because it has all the other characters. They even have older stages that you can be like, well, it doesn't have the fountain stage. Well, it is there, and so go play it. So I think that's the mission that he's trying to be like, look, play just this game for moving forward or forever. That's what I got from the trailer.
ah man, you ain't budging those melee guys, man.
Oh man, I hope he does, man, because I'm tired of seeing that. Super tired. Another thing they showed, which is really cool for the trailer, is the transition stages.
That was
Um,
crazy. You pick two stages and it transitions into another one.
I
That's
think you
sick.
could pick more than two.
I thought it was just two. I don't know. Somebody in
I
the
think
could let us know
in the chat,
in the
yeah.
chat
But yeah,
down
I think
below.
he mentioned you could pick two stages to more, but I think maybe you could pick. I think he had a number, or maybe I'm wrong. But people are just gonna pick Smashville and Smashville at night.
Oh my god.
But I think that's incredible for casual play. It's incredible. But if they do like a special tournament that requires something, that could be a rule. And it is fun for spectators. Yo, it changed into blah blah
Yeah.
blah. I think that's very great for spectators. Once again, remember we were saying that they were trying to show a spectator a little bit more entertainment in this game, and that's fun.
The
That's for me.
the stage you can pick the stages first too, like
Yeah.
instead of the characters now for mind games, I guess. Like I don't know, like what'll be the standard, in tournament. Like this has a lot enough stuff that now the guys that usually make the rules for tournament, they're gonna have to
I
figure it out
fuck.
all over again.
Oh, I fuck. Justin,
Speaking
I
of
fuck.
the spectator stuff too, they also added something that'll be fun for the spectators and for the matches ending. When sudden death, the camera keeps zooming in as time
Yeah, and
goes.
fire, and there's
Mhm.
fire around there.
So
Like,
you know
hurry
that's
up.
dangerous. Yeah,
Uh-huh. Which
everything's
is
on the
very
line.
rare that happens, but if it does, I think it will be fantastic. I think it will be incredible. Uh, but imagine that with stage changes and
Mhm.
sudden death, and then the last hit zooms in. The camera zoom in. Yo, that's really cool. I'm looking forward to that.
Another thing
Uh,
I'm wondering what'll be like something that the Smash players and tournament organizers think about is the meter for the Smash, the final Smash.
Bro, how many times we talk about it?
Yeah, we talked about that a lot.
Dude, so much.
And
Yo, I
they're
wish
not
you
as
could use those
strong,
special
so they're
moves.
more like just a
Yeah,
viable damage tool instead of an instant kill that doesn't feel competitive. You know what I mean?
and that's
And if
great.
it's not off of a Smash Ball that could randomly pop out of any side of the screen, you know,
Yep. So think
ran.
about team battles. Team battles are gonna be more fun
Mhm.
because if someone combos you into a super, that shit is gonna be crazy. Like somebody tosses you to a super and then boom. Come on,
And
man.
then
That's pretty
and
cool.
then synergizing too, super to super, and you
Yeah, it
know.
said no, not one super can be at the same time, but yeah,
No,
they
I
did say
mean,
that
yeah,
one
it
after the
can be
other,
like
one
you could
after the other.
super
Yeah.
into like a combo to super, or like just.
Yes. Yeah, man. Yo, Greninja was there, bro.
Mhm. Why wouldn't he be?
Remember?
Everybody's
Because I
there.
asked you, I was like, correct, but I asked you, I was
Everybody's
like,
there.
no, where's Waluigi?
Everybody that was in the game before is there.
um, so I think they're really showing these things to for spectator mode. When I mean spectator, maybe for when they're doing the big tournament or something. I wouldn't be surprised if they do a world tour or some shit like that. You know, that would be so
I
cool.
think that's the only way Zero will come back
I think that would be
competitive.
awesome.
If there's a world tour and there's money involved, like decent money,
Yeah,
like maybe like starting off minimum like 100K,
yeah.
you
But
know?
I'm just, just wishful thinking because all the things they're putting into place feels good for a spectator. Feels really good.
Yeah.
And those fine tunings feel really, really cool.
I think
Uh,
too, like honestly, that would be the nail. If Nintendo really wants to kill Melee, that would be the nail on the coffin. To start their own world tour, make it
for
have a
Ultimate.
shitload of money that these guys have never had before, and make it so that it's only Smash Ultimate, not adding Melee included in this
That
tour.
would be
Yep,
fantastic.
and that'll get
Well, they're
people
hurting
moving.
already, so you know that's going into plans right
Yeah.
now. um, so that they show the customization of the thing. They said that hey, you could even play this. It's 28 hours of music playing if you just don't skip a track and just put your Switch as a music
Oh yeah,
player.
that's crazy. You could just listen to
Yeah,
the like the most
yeah,
amazing compilation of music in gaming
yeah,
ever.
yeah.
You could use it
So good.
with a Walkman. I don't know. Wait, what do you call it? Like what do you call a Switch if it's just for music? Is it an iPad?
An iPod,
That's
iPod.
a big ass
Uh,
iPod, bro.
yep. But that's awesome. I think that's really cool.
Yeah,
They had to
that's
do
a
it.
really good
They had
option.
to.
And you
Yeah,
can make
they
your
had to.
playlists
Yep.
of what you want to listen to, you know? You could work
I
out to
like that the
Smash music.
stocks. Yep. And even something simple, jumping for something another feature they put that if you change from stocks to regular kill to stocks, you don't have to always change it. That was a problem back in the other games. Those configurations wouldn't save, so you have to like, oh, you turn the game. Let me change it to stocks. Let me blah blah blah. That stays in the game now, which is really cool.
For that percentage, that HP mode, like they added a mode last time for the Wii U version, that you could have instead of it percentage going up, it's HP going down like a regular fighting game. Like
Nice.
before they didn't have stocks on that, so they added like you could do two stocks or some shit.
Did I saw right that when they kill someone, he disappeared in dust? Did I saw that right?
If you're talking about Luigi's, no, his soul got ripped out of.
No, no. I'm gonna try to send you a link with a post time. Maybe we post it in the comments too in the video when we upload. Um, it just looked like when Pikachu kills someone and they're talking about stocks, he disappeared. He just instead of just going off to like blasting off like Team Rocket.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I was in drugs.
Maybe because it doesn't need to do that effect when you do like the HP thing.
Stocks. Correct. It
Yeah.
could be. Yeah. Like you die like.
Yeah.
Like that.
They should have added like the getting hit, like the last hit was a jab
Like
in fighting
injustice.
games.
Or like
No, no,
injustice. And then you
please, not
stand up.
Injustice.
And then
If
you
anybody
stand up. You
plays
gotta stand.
Injustice, David and I have a pet peeve on getting hit in Injustice and then they restand to fall back down. That makes no sense. I don't know what the fuck that is. Who let that slide? Anyway,
Let's not go.
back to Smash. Who let that slide? Anyway, they're gonna have a tournament mode, more in-depth tournament mode, which is cool.
Yes,
I
and
don't know
apparently
why.
these are popular.
I don't know why why other fighting games haven't done tournament mode after Smash did it.
Yes. absolutely.
Tekken
And the
has
way they
one.
do it, yeah, that you win something, it feels good doing it.
And Dragon Ball has one that there's people don't do. It's like for local play. They need to do like a tournament mode, like in the arena. You know where the arena is? Maybe they could have like a tournament mode
like
there.
the world tournament, like how we used to do
Yeah, but
in the
like
other
anybody
games.
could enter, and it's for like a prize. And then if you get like a set amount of people there, then you just stuck there,
Well, like
playing
a
your
lobby. When you
games.
mean anyone can enter, like a lobby, like
Yeah, in that
hey, lobby
lobby,
one,
in that
tournament,
lobby,
lobby two.
in the
Yeah,
arena.
absolutely.
So
They
back
do
to
that in Xenoverse. They do that in Dragon Ball Xenoverse. They do that type of like a Smash Brothers type of tournament, right? And when you win like points that you can use to buy costumes or special moves.
mm,
It feels the incentive, like
yeah,
in Tekken, right? You mentioned like you get money to get something, right? To buy stuff.
yeah.
So yeah, I think they definitely should implement that in the next Marvel Infinite. So
So back to
season.
Smash. And then
Another thing I like.
they even have like I don't know if this is also part of the tournament mode too. I think it is like a Smash Down mode or something where like you're playing tournament, but like as you're picking characters, that character is locked out for the rest of the
It's so
tournament.
cool. Yes, and that is very Dota. Um, very towers defense like games, League of Legends,
Yeah.
and rank. You pick the character. Hey, I don't want you to play this character because it's cheap, or I don't want you. I'm not good against him. Anything, whatever the case may be, good with him. So that's good doing that. The only thing I didn't like is like, oh, whoever picks him first. I didn't
Mm.
like that.
I don't know who's. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. I don't know how the character selection's gonna go.
Correct, but I just don't like that. It should have been like, this is the characters who we banning first. Now you get to pick whoever character you want.
Bro, you saw that training mode though?
Yeah, it feels like a math equation, algebra.
Yeah, they're helping all the Smash players with their math that they do in their head.
That's crazy. But that's that. Didn't you mention that you wanted more of a more detail, like because we were assuming certain things in the Smash Brothers when we start getting really into it, like oh maybe this works on this percentage. Well,
Mhm.
but here now it shows you like you don't need friends now.
Yeah. You don't need guesstimations and notes as
Yeah,
much maybe just honestly the finding of the data won't take as long, the figuring out the data won't be as tedious as before.
yes. I still gonna say, and I always gonna say it, and even if it's never gonna happen, it should have been online training to teach
uh
people how to recover. To teach people how to recover from the
well,
falling and
remember
all that
how
stuff.
we did that? We did that before. We just put like 99 stocks in a match.
Yes, but instead of doing that, have it on the training. Like you don't have to like go
Yeah.
extra about it, right? But anyway, but the training is pretty cool. I like all those things, special lines, and I like that it goes into different stages. I don't know if you saw Peach jumps to some other platform. The stage was a little bit different.
Mhm.
Like it had like platforms. Like it had like
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. I hope that you can do that while waiting for a match like before.
That would be sick.
Uh huh.
I don't see why they wouldn't put that. That's just one of those things. It's just like, oh, they don't have that now. Okay,
What do
fighting
you think?
games.
What do you think is the secret mode getting show?
Secret mode.
Yeah, they were like, oh, we cannot talk about this now.
Honestly, no clue.
Me,
No,
I think it's a story mode.
nothing has popped into my head that makes me feel like I would
Cross
know.
platform.
Yeah, with like PC.
With the yes.
Um, any items that stuck out to you?
Zero.
Yeah,
How
the
stiff
zeros.
he looks.
What about the Gray Fox assist, bro?
How stiff he looks. You saw how stiff Zero looks? He looks
Uh,
like if you had a cardboard character, you cut it and you moved it with your hand, imitating animation.
it's fine, bro. It's fine. We're not gonna have to have him on anyway.
True. But that's the thing, though. Why they go really on with those trophies? That,
People like him. Casuals like
but
him.
people don't like this. People when play casual, they play without items
This
most of the time.
dude. There's gonna be a billion parents buying this game for 2 billion children. That's gonna be
That they're
fine.
not gonna use trophies.
Yeah, and they're not gonna think Zero looks stiff. They're gonna just think like, oh look, that robot girl with the green boobs is doing stuff.
I don't know. I don't know. I think, look, think about this, right? And this it still falls under the trailer, right? I still talk about the trailer. They show in the trailer that they're adapting and evolving when it comes to the gameplay. Like the smash ball, you don't need to use the smash ball now. You can do the meters, right? Building, and it does less damage, but it's still there. Maybe they could implement that with some special items. I don't know.
It's too soon.
Think about it.
It's too soon for that, bro. Yeah, like maybe,
Right.
maybe, you get like a one-time assist call.
Yeah,
Like
but
if
that's
you're
but
Mega
that's
Man,
my
you get
point.
a zero assist. If you're Snake, you come with a Gray Fox assist.
But you took the words
If
out of
you
my mouth. That's
if
what I was
you're
gonna
a
say.
if you're a Fire Emblem character, you get the Shovel Knight assist.
That's what I was gonna say. Like they can be even if it's limited, you still get a specific assist assigned to that character, and then like Mega Man has zero and all that stuff. And then it's not that you can spam it like any other fighting game, which would be cool. But it's basically you build it up, and then you can throw that. You have, or maybe you have stocks of that assist that you can throw. But you can
Maybe
only throw it three times.
I could see it being something like yeah, like stocks. Maybe I could see it being something like into a combo, like something like the assist you can throw it out as you're doing a combo so that it links to an extra combo.
Yes,
You know what I mean? That would
but
be
then
sick.
think about the possibility of characters that don't have much combo potential with certain hits. Then that opens the whole ultimate
Mhm.
possibilities of them doing that. And then it's not cheap because you have to think about how many stocks you have with those, right?
Yeah,
So oh man,
it
I
could be
used all three
something.
guns.
Yeah, it could be easily something
Three.
you just waste. You know, like oh, there goes his
Yeah,
last assist. I don't know if he's gonna make that comeback, Jim. You know, like
yeah. But that could be a combat mechanic too,
yeah.
right? And maybe they make that the assist can kill you, but it will used to have a stock. Just balancing and stuff like that. But the reason I'm saying this is
I don't
because
think
one
the
of the
assist should
better.
ever be able. It'll be like one of those things like you can't lose to Chip in fighting games,
That's
like
what I
in
said.
modern
It
games.
can't kill
Fighting,
you.
yeah.
It can't.
Yeah,
It
it's
won't
just
be
that
able
you
to kill
have
you.
that accent, so it just sounds like can. No matter how much you
Oh.
try to put that T in there, it can kill you. That's what I said. It can.
Yeah, it
And me,
can't
me
kill you.
being your friend, I know that you're trying to put that T there, but it's not there.
It's not coming out. But listen, and this is falling into the trailer. I'm not trying to go away. Watch how I put it all back in together. The character that's being a cameo in other games right now, the hot thing right now, it's also in Smash Bros., which is Ratalos from Monster Hunter, dude.
So,
Hello.
so the items I like is the banana gun,
Okay.
the banana gun,
No, Ratalos.
and then the scythe.
Ratalos
There's the
is in
scythe
Smash
that you
Bros.
can take souls, like Luigi's soul got taken.
It would be cool if a cameo if you do it to Luigi, just like in the animation.
Oh, that would be sick.
Yeah,
Executor was a Pokemon I liked.
he's super super stiff.
Well, no, well I with Executor, I just think it just no matter where you put it, it changes the whole dynamic of the game because you're like shutting off, you're sectioning off like
It's a
the
wall.
stage. So it's almost like in like what's that called? Overcooked. When the stage starts doing crazy shit, like it's gonna be the same way.
Yeah,
Ditto was cool for the
yeah.
Pokemon
He changes. Yeah.
to make an extra one of yourself. That
Hmm.
would be,
And
and
he can get hit.
it would be cool if a Ditto like color would be like added to every character.
Ooh.
Like
And then
everybody
you
has
have
a
two,
Ditto.
and then you don't know who's who.
Yeah, and then
Or if you have Ditto color, you throw Ditto. Ditto becomes the original color of you.
did you yo that moon was fucked up. Did you see that
Oh,
moon
it's so
assist?
evil. So evil. Um,
So anyway,
can we go back to the real
there
trophy?
was something else announced that there's for the first time ever there's a boss that is also an assist character, 2 for 1,
Yes. And
and
that stage was new or not?
is
Is
new.
that is
It
that looks
looks
like a
new.
Monster Hunter stage?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So cool, bro. I was
I
so high when I saw Rathalos because I was like, there's a Monster Hunter character showing. It's gonna be there.
David,
It's gonna be there. Yeah.
Monster Hunter can't be in this game. She was already in MBCI. That's bad luck,
So
bro.
what?
It's bad luck if you put that character in this game. It's gonna be the male one. It's gonna be the male Monster Hunter, if anything.
Well, it was because the reason we talk about this multiple occasions. The amiibos, whatever those names are, it had a costume for like King K. Rool also, and one for Monster Hunter. And King K. Rool became a character. So I was thinking, if he can do it, then Monster Hunter too.
Who would like it? Not thinking like from all the characters that have been announced, who do you think you're gonna pick up as a main?
As a main, I'm definitely picking always Mewtwo. You know, I love Mewtwo. I want to try Chrome because it's Fire Emblem. For the people that they just announced, I guess Richter and Chrome.
What if
Richter,
Monster Hunter gets announced?
dude, it would be insane, insane, insane. Dude, it would be so cool.
It's gonna be,
Bro,
bro. It's gonna be you going like, "Yo, bro, we going out to this tournament or what?" Oh my God, he wants to go
yeah.
to tournaments now. Look at
Like,
him.
think about it. Most of the characters have so many tools. They have bombs. They have traps. Imagine you falling into a pitfall and then she can hit you. Oh my
With
god!
Monster Hunter, like the smashes and the tilts and all the other like and her normals
So
feel
cool.
like they could make her be something really unique. Like have a tool for every situation. Like with all the
It
shit
would
that
be
game has.
awesome. And now that Monster Hunter World, you have a grappling hook thing. That could be your recovery. Dude, come on, man. They're wasting the
Hmm.
time. They're wasting
Or
their
those
time.
little you could have two recoveries. The pterodactyl thing that comes and picks you up.
Yeah. Or you hook yourself in the thing.
Yeah,
Ping.
you could pick two, like to make her OD, right? Fuck it.
Yeah. Well, Bayonetta, hello.
She could have arrows. What else?
She can have
Traps.
arrows. She
She
can
could
have
have
arrows.
the
She has a boomerang
she could have
if
that
she
the
wants to.
big bomb trap thing as her smash.
Yep. She
Like
can throw a flash grenade to blind you and maybe change your controllers because she throws a flash grenade.
wasn't that one of the items?
An item changes your. It's
Oh
a
yeah,
spore that hits you.
the fucking mushroom. You hit him with
Yeah.
the mushroom
But
tip
yeah,
and then your
that
controls
could
are
be a
messed up.
flash. If I flash you, it changes your direction of your
Yeah.
movement. But the pitfall will be fantastic for recovery. You put a pitfall there, and now you gotta get out. You know, and it will be great. And then her jumping attack will be with great swords. And then when she's on the floor, she can use dual blades for multiple attacks. You know, the mashing attacks. I'm telling you, bro, she's gonna be
I think well
fantastic.
the great swords will be or like the bigger hits will be the smashes. Like if
Yeah,
she pulls back on something, it's gonna be like the hammer or the.
the
Oh,
great
dude!
sword.
Imagine the horn and you're buffing your teammate in doubles.
Yep, but is your taunt. You click taunt and it becomes a hunting horn to play that.
Oh, that shit would
Yeah.
be sick.
Yep.
I
And they can
think
even play. They can even play with the cats. You know, to be very Nintendo, they can bring the cats. Bring the cats just for background shit, just for fun. Hey, Nintendo stuff, and that's it.
it could also be a taunt, or it could be your smash as your assist. Or if we
Yeah.
did that
And
that idea you had about the assist, like in the
yeah,
future,
the cat comes and
in the
hits you.
future games, it could be your assist, your personal
Yeah,
Monster Hunter assist,
like in the game,
your
like the
Palico.
real game. Yes.
So
Okay.
now, so right after this gets posted on YouTube, I'm letting the people know that right now Nintendo's going, but how do we put this character in? We just gave it to you all, Nintendo. We just basically
Literally,
gave you the layout
literally.
on how to make the characters. We just want to brag about being right, so you don't have to give us any money or anything like that. Just
That's right.
just pump it
It's a
out.
little
Bring
shout
her,
out.
put her there.
It's a little shout out, yeah. Um, by the way, Rathalos is the new Noctis.
Yeah, Rathalos has been in what
In
now?
3 days now. So it's a Final Fantasy the MMO 14. He just did a crossover. Um, and now it's Smash Brothers, and then of course the post void in Monster Hunter World. Um,
And it was in
yeah,
MVC. No, it wasn't an MVCI. It was that other
no, it
one.
wasn't. Yeah,
It was in MVCI in armor form.
yes, yes, and it was Street Fighter 5.
Yes, it was in Street Fighter in armor form.
Yep, he's the post void role. He's Noctis. You're gonna see Rathalos throwing the little sword from his little claw, ching, and teleporting.
All right, so I mean that's all I got
That's it. Me too, bro.
for
Me
this.
too.
It was a really cool Nintendo Direct.
It was. But,
I'm sure there's very few people that can really say that they came off of it and that they came off of like watching the entire thing unhappy. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like there's a lot of fan service in this in the 20 something minutes that they showed. It was great. Luckily I got a Switch this year, so yeah,
I mean, yeah,
it was something I didn't think I'd ever get, and this is actually the game that I thought I'd get it for. So it came at the right time, and
yeah,
hopefully my co-host
yeah.
will get one by the time the game comes out.
I'd definitely get it on launch if it is for that. Hopefully, make a bundle. I do have to say so for last thing for the trailer that I had a glimpse of hope when they kill Waluigi. I was like, I mean, when they kill Luigi, I was like, so then that is then they're gonna put Waluigi because technically they show they kill Luigi, so Luigi's not gonna be in the game, and they're gonna have Waluigi now. I think that would make perfect sense. That would be the perfect excuse. Look, Luigi died, so now Waluigi's taking over.
So that's not gonna happen. So
I know it's not, but I thought that when I saw it, I was like, that would be, think about it, it would make sense. But Nintendo.
dude, that would be sick. Like imagine at the end of the trailer, right? It cuts back to Luigi trying to get back to his body one last time when that weird creepy thing went away.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Waluigi like stops him.
Sucks him in with the Ghostbuster thing that
Yeah.
Luigi has.
And then you just see
Wah!
Waluigi like, wearing,
Ah!
laughing and carrying
Ah!
Luigi and Luigi's soul away. You know
Oh
how that
my
would
God.
light the internet on fire?
Bro, that would be insane.
Would you take
Oh,
Waluigi as just an Echo Fighter?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
100%. As who? As Luigi?
Luigi. It would have to be Luigi.
Yeah. Yeah, fine. I'll forgive me, Luigi.
I mean, Luigi's cool. He had good combos.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Waluigi could be his own. I think he could be his own.
100%.
Well, anyway, guys, that was it for me. Thank you for listening in on our podcast. We're excited for Smash. We're excited for your community. And what are the call-outs that we made so that people know that it came from here first? Oh, Monster Hunter character DLC.
Waluigi taking the soul.
Smash Bros Ultimate World Tour.
The World Tour of Smash Brothers Ultimate. And what else?
I don't know. That's basically it. I'm hyped to listen to all that music. I work sometimes like when we used to play the part 4. Like I used to bump that all the time, and people used to always try to guess what the music was from. And it could be from any game because there's various games in there, and it's such a great soundtrack, man. I can't get enough of that soundtrack. It's amazing.
It's so good. Yep.
All right,
even
guys.
with the cheesy Sonic. All right, guys. Peace out.
All right, peace. Thanks for listening in. Keep on fighting.